Yeah, sorry, restarted. Just sorry for the pause. Just to hold on just 1 minute, okay? Yeah, I think you can start.
Sorry, it got cut off in the middle. So I was speaking about my school. My school indeed gives me a freedom as a atmosphere. It is very accommodating, and many of my jolly memories were created there, as well as my teachers. They are very noble and at the same time entertaining. They try to make every lesson, every class very engaging and enthralling. They talk to us very freely. They are like stars that shine in the even in the darkest of nights. You see, when a student enters a school, it's like he or she entered a room full of darkness. Teachers do bring lights on them, and I really admire them very much. Now, what I want to become, it is still a question that ponders in my mind, as I'm still very young. My mind always diverts to many ambitions. You see, there are nowadays opportunities are calling us, but I want to keep my field in science field itself, because both my mom and dad have jobs based on medical field, and I'm also more into it as I've brought up in such a surrounding. I want to be a doctor, but something in me tells that it's being a bit too familiar after 2 to 3 years. It's being a bit too familiar. Myself, I really want to discover. I want to keep on learning new things. I'm curious about many things. Researching, I want to fail. In order to get successful, you need to fail. That's something that I believe in. And again, you need to get up with more strength. I want to travel through many knowledge in science. And so, to answer all these questions of mine, I think the most apt one for me is researching. And there are many universities in Kerala itself to learn researching. And I myself believe that even abroad, I think there are many sources for and scopes for researching. So, but at the same time, I'm also interested in psychology as it's very thrilling. And you see, but at the same time, the scopes for it is very low lying. So I would like to keep it as a sub. It's something I like to teach myself. You see, from all these, I would like to say that you see, young minds, it is always wandering and traveling. It likes discovering and experiencing. So staying in one place, it's not a thing for me itself. But we always have something settled in our hearts. We just need to find it. Yet, what I want to become, I've still not found it. It's still a mystery for me, but not for long. Every mystery has an answer and at the end, and God Almighty always has an unimaginable future waiting for us. I would like to say a quote on it. The past is no more. The future is not. Nothing exists except the here and now. Our grand business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly in our hands. It was said by a great legend, he's no more, he's Bruce Lee. So I would like to wrap up my speech. I don't want to lag it no longer. Many people have passed through my life, and I'm very thankful to them. And many of them have passed, but some of them have left footprints. And with this, I'd like to thank Team 2 for giving me such an honorable opportunity to speak in front of much unique personalities. I think even in this moment, I have such different minds, and I'm very happy to speak in front of you all. I would like to finish my words here. Thank you, and I'm Khadija Shaukat.
Thank you, Khadija. It was a wonderful speech, and from her level, right? She's actually from our junior team, and she done a wonderful job. Okay, next, Dia, can you please invite the next speaker?
Our next speaker is Ms. Monisha Surendran. She is doing her third year BCom and working as a HR manager. She is currently residing in Mumbai. She is a passionate speaker and just joined with us today. She agreed to deliver a speech on how to effectively utilize time during Corona lockdown. We are honored to have you here, Monisha. Over to you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dia, for the wonderful introduction. So, yeah, I would be discussing on the topic of lockdown, which is currently going on in each and every nook and corner of our world right now. So, lockdown currently in some states, some places, the lockdown is being taken away, but some places still it is there. So, most of the uh, life in has been stopped because of this incident of pandemic like COVID. So there are many incidents happening currently, like because of this situation, most of the people are not having an idea of how to effectively use their time. So the main uh, aspect of this COVID pandemic is that uh, nowadays we come to know about people losing their jobs. So they are getting frustrated day by day that they are giving their full time working for the job from work from home situations, but still they are losing their jobs. So there is there is no pattern currently in our life because of this lockdown situation, because we are stuck in between our four walls, that we do not have a, a system to follow. We work from 9 to 6 or for 9 hours, 8 hours continuously, and then we have things in mind that we are not spending our time properly. So for such situations, there should be a timetable, not sort of a timetable, but we can do things which will help us to make our time effective apart from job related aspects. So there are there is one incident which I'll like to share with you guys. There is one of my friends. She has passed out from her college in 2018, and she was just started working in 2019. So she was working with the company, and as she had started to pace with the company, the lockdown related situation started. She had just joined the company in 2019 November time period, and she was starting to work with the company slowly, and she was gasping about her work and related things. And slowly, as she started to work and as her work got aspired, uh, the lockdown related situation started in March in India. So there was a situation which she had to face, that she had to completely switch her work from home itself. And she is a married person, so she had to handle her house related activities as well as her work, and everything was a very frustrating for her in the starting few days. Then slowly and steadily she started to manage things by preparing a timetable. So she started to take a look on her activities, what she was doing for the 5 days when she was working, and for the 2 days, that is Saturday, Sunday, when she was not working. So, and she was also a passionate dancer, so she had a very big dream of having dance programs while the lockdown was not going on. So her dancing also stopped because of lockdown and such things. So she started to note down all her things, what was happening in the period of lockdown and what was happening while she was working and while she was not working for the 2 days. So then one day she prepared a timetable, and in that she prepared that for 5 days when she was working. She used to work for 9 to 6 in the uh, office timing, and after that then she had household work, so she used to manage everything in between. So slowly she started to see that all of her time was being indulged in working itself, and she was not getting any quality time or any time for her own sake. So she decided that from Monday to Friday, whatever time she is investing on her job, she will be fully investing it on her job itself. And on Saturday and Sunday, the time which she is having, she will be providing it to her family as well as for her time sake. So for Saturday, Sunday, she made a timetable, like she'll have a morning routine, that she'll be finishing all her courses of house, and she'll be playing with her kids and her husband related activities. Everything will be completed by afternoon. And later on in the afternoon for 1 to 2 hours, she'll practice her own dance related things. She'll be practicing, she's a good dancer in Bharatnatyam field. So she will be doing the Bharatnatyam related activities in the afternoon for 1 or 2 hours. Then in the evening, she started to take online classes for small girls from the age of 10 to 15 who were not able to go outside because of this pandemic related situation. So she started providing classes online through various sites like Zoom, Google Meets and such places. So slowly, she started to encourage herself in activities which she was not able to do because of the starting days of COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. And then slowly now it's almost 8 to 9 months she has followed this routine. So she is now working very easily as well as following her passion also. And currently for some state level performance, she has been performed and she has got an award as well. So slowly and steadily, we have to cope up with this COVID pandemic situation and also fulfill our perspective towards our passion, as well as we'll have to manage everything as per the situation which is being provided currently. So yeah, that is what I wanted to just give a small example about how effectively we can use time by not only just putting ourselves into one thing and forcing ourselves, apart from that, just doing other things also, which will make ourselves not just uh, a couch potato for 9 to 6 for just working and other things, but also to fulfill our other passions as well. So yeah, I will not take much more time of you guys, and I'll just cut short my words. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Monisha. It was wonderful, actually. Within this, short span of time, you come up and then given us the speech. You just today and then, you delivered the speech. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And our next item is the introduction by members, right? So actually, I'm not calling anybody by name. So, you people can give a 1-minute introduction. Whoever want to provide a introduction about yourself, you can just spend, like just 1 minute and then tell 1 or 2 sentences or 2-3 sentences in the more creative way, right? Can you just start? Somebody can start, and then at least I'll give opportunity for 4 or 5 people to introduce themselves. So please go ahead. Somebody can just start. So who is starting first? Just introduction. You are just telling about yourself. That's all. I think probably, Lukman, you can start, right? You already sent the one text, right? 1 minute. You can just tell that. You're there. Hello. Or Fasilia, any?
I believe it's Fasila.
Hi.
Hi. So you always make a mistake in my name. It's Fasila, and there's another Fasila. She's my cousin as well.
Oh, really? Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
All right. So hi everyone. My name is Fasila, and I'm doing my final year homeopathic medicine right now at Mangalore Father Mullah Homeopathic Medical College. So talking about me, I had already given an introduction in the group. So I was born and brought up in Abu Dhabi. I studied till 10th there. And then I came to Kerala, where I studied my 11th and 12th in Thrissur. And then I moved to Mangalore to do my higher studies. So talking about myself, I'm a person who found it really difficult to accept the change from Abu Dhabi to Kerala. So it was really difficult, but then I am a person who was able to adjust, learn how to adjust in every way I could. So now I prefer staying here and knowing different things rather than going abroad. And I mean, abroad mean in UAE, where I think the opportunities were limited, like from my side. That is just my concept. And now, talking about my passion, I play basketball, I dance, I'm also into athletics. And yeah, I think I'll talk more when I'm ready to give a icebreaker. What do you call it? Yeah, that speech soon. So that is all about me right now. Yeah, inshallah, I'll see you all when I give the speech later on.
Very good. Thank you. Who else next? Ijaz, can you please introduce? Are you audible?
Hey, yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to get out, so for apologize for that.
Sure.
Hey guys, my name is Ijaz. I'm basically from Varancheri. I've completed my BTech in I think back in 2012. From MES College of Engineering, Tripura. I've been working in US for last 7 years, I believe. I think since 2014. I work in currently. I'm working in eBay as a senior software engineer. There is nothing to talk about me as such. I think you guys are the star icons in these discussions. But yeah, just I'm in. I do enjoy. I mean, some travel and cooking in my free time whenever I get. So that's pretty much from my end. And I'm happy to. I couldn't join the past meetings where you guys had, and I'm so happy and I'm glad that I could join today. And I was seeing all you guys are like all very good orators. I mean, you guys have speech. I think I couldn't do this when I was your age, and I can be frank, when I was in college. But see, you guys are excelling in all the public speaking, taking initiative, and I feel so proud to be a part of this team and thing. And you can expect when you guys can reach out to me for any questions or any help you guys want. So thanks, guys.
Good. Thank you. Who else wants to go next? Brinsha, can you? See, if you are worried about English, you can even introduce in Malayalam. There are no issues. Okay. Everybody knows Malayalam.
Okay. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Brinsha from Aranjeri. ഞാനിപ്പോ സെക്കൻഡ് ഇയർ മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് സ്റ്റുഡൻ്റ് ആണ് ലിറ്റിൽ ഫ്ലവർ കോളേജിൽ ഗുരുവായൂർ. പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് ഞാൻ ചെറുതായിട്ട് വരക്കും, പിന്നെ ജസ്റ്റ് ആർട്ട് ആൻഡ് ക്രാഫ്റ്റ്സ് ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് അത് വെച്ചിട്ട് എൻ്റെ സ്കിൽസ് വെച്ചിട്ട് ഒരു ബിസിനസ് തുടങ്ങണമെന്നാണ് ആഗ്രഹം. മാത്രമല്ല എനിക്കൊരു മാത്സ് പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ നല്ല ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. അപ്പം അതിന് ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, ഈ മീറ്റിംഗിൽ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തതിലും എനിക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ സംസാരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു അവസരം തന്നതിലും താങ്ക് യു.
Okay, good. Thank you. So you have passion in maths and drawing, right? So you should take some architecture. Okay. So who is next? Probably Henna. Can you introduce? Are you there or Fida? If you are not prepared, then anybody, I mean, Who else is there? One, you are audible or? Okay, maybe he's at work. Okay, so anybody else wanted to introduce? You can go ahead. We are almost, the time actually another 3 minutes to go. And the other thing you need to do is, we have some competitions like, some photography and a small video contest. So you can go and vote in the group. Okay, so actually I was asking them to do it today, but I didn't get too much feedback. So probably we'll count all the voting and then we'll decide who is the winner, right? The winners will get some gifts and other things. And the people who are actively participating and then, providing the speech and all will get some, we'll give them some bonus points and we'll count at the end and then provide some gifts to them as well, right? So whoever wanted to give the icebreaker speech next, right? So they can probably come and do it next week. Okay, so next week we'll have our English teacher as well, Lubna. So she'll be a good mentor for us. So please join and then at least be ready for 1 minute speech, right? So anybody else wanted to give 1 minute speech? Want to give introduction? We have only 1 minute, 2 minutes left. Jubna, you want?
Yeah, I do. I just wanted to
Yeah.
give everyone a small message because I can see that there are some participants in our meeting right now who are not, means they are willing to speak, but I feel they are a bit having low confidence or something like that. So there is a small, what you can say, there's a small thing which those people can do.
Stage fear, right?
And yeah, not stage fear actually. They have confidence, but they will take some time. So to cope up with that, a small activity I am giving. So if it's okay, then they can try it and they can give the feedback next week while they will be coming on this meeting. So the activity is that they have to stand in front of the mirror and talk to themselves for at least 2 minutes and jot down those points, whatever they are talking, that is for like self-introduction or any story like Khadija was speaking about her own experience in a form of story. So anything like that, at least 2 minutes it is to be done. And if they can note it or if they can record it, it would be fine. It would be better. And if they listen or if they go through it or if they see the video, they can come to know that where they are lacking or where the confidence is to be grown up. So this is a small activity. So whoever will be doing it and will be giving the feedback, they can come and join the icebreaker session as soon as possible. So this is just a small suggestion and small activity I am providing from my side. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. That's a good suggestion. Actually, I was asking them to write down, about themselves for giving 1 minute speech, and at least 15 people given me the feedback. But looks like majority of them, at least 6 or 7 people are only present there. So
because the reason to give this activity is, as Diya told in the introduction, I am from a background of HR. So I meet daily 50 to 60 people through online interviews and through face-to-face interviews. So I know how people have the lack of confidence or how people feel a bit low on interacting with people. And because, as I said, in this situation of last 1 year, everyone was stuck in their homes because of lockdown. So many people have lost their confidence. So it will take time to come back. So this is the best activity which you can do. You can speak to yourself seeing the mirror, because the mirror will not hit back on you. So you can come to know about your negatives and where you have to increase your confidence. This is the best activity. I follow this at least once in a week time to keep my confidence boosted up. So I thought of just sharing this thing with everyone else. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
That's good. And I wonder, like, you are actually doing BCom final year and same time you are doing HR manager, right? That's like a,
Yeah, actually, I have a I have a passion in like I like to interact with people a lot. So this is the best job which I can do along with fulfilling my passion. So I have a future thing that I'm also willing to do MBA in HR itself. Afterwards, I'll be focusing on putting a own HR consultancy firm where I can employ people as well as I can help people to get employed. So that's my vision for future. So that's why interacting with people in such a background is a best thing which I feel.
yes. Actually, you touched the good point. See, most of the people will think that, it is the skill that matters. But actually, the actual thing is, in order to get into the interview, the communication is the one really matters.
And mainly confidence in communication is the thing which helps you to crack the interview other than your experience and your qualification.
Yes.
If a person who is having MBA in 4 of the branches, but he or she is not good in communication, the company will think twice because everything nowadays depends on communication because all of the thing it's now virtually. So until you communicate, you are not able to survive in this world. That's the thing currently we all are facing.
Good. Thank you. So I once again, I think we are running out of time, even though we started also a little late, right? So we usually end up at the correct time. Okay, so now we are 4 minutes late. Okay, so thank you, Monisha. Thank you, Malaviga. Thank you, Khadija. And thank you, Dia. And thank you, Hanan. So all those people were given us some initial speeches, and who were given this 1 minute speech, right? Thank you, like Brinsha, who else? I think Asif, and people who given the 1 minute speech. I give special thanks to them on behalf of Team 2. So we'll meet again next week, and then please keep involving. Just prepare yourself, like Monisha was telling, right? Do some preparation, and if you are not confident, don't talk. You just do at least 1 minute. Always be ready to give a 1 minute speech. And whoever wanted to give icebreaker speech, there's a first speech. You can give me the names, and then we'll see next week. Okay. Thank you all. Good night.
Yeah, thank you. So we can leave, right?
Yes, we can leave.